Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Accounts Mantra. Today I am going to discuss one new ratio, that is trade receivables turnover ratio. This is the second ratio under this activity ratio, trade receivables turnover ratio. Then first of all we understand what is trade receivables. Trade receivables is the amount receivable against goods sold or services rendered in the normal course of business by the enterprise. In other words, it is the amount remaining outstanding against sale of goods and or services rendered are trade receivables. In this, trade receivables include debtors and bills receivable. This trade receivable turnover ratio, actually this ratio we prepare for finding out the relationship between this credit revenue from operation. Credit revenue from operation. That means sales, two types of sales are there, cash and credit. Then when this debt is coming at the time of credit sales. So this credit revenue from operation, that is net credit sales and average trade receivables. These two variables or items relationships we are measuring with the help of this trade receivables turnover ratio. That is credit revenue from operations or net credit sales and average trade receivables. Then net credit sales or credit revenue from operation. How we can find out this credit revenue from operation or net credit sales? Then net credit sales is equal to credit sales minus sales return. In normal, sales minus sales return is equal to net sales. Here we calculating credit sales minus sales return is equal to credit revenue from operations or net credit sales, or revenue from operation. Revenue from operation means total sales minus sales return, that is net sales. Net sales means including cash sales and credit sales. Then that revenue from operation minus cash revenue from operation. If revenue from operation is the sum of cash revenue plus credit revenue from operation, that means cash sales plus credit sales is equal to revenue from operations. From that revenue from operations, cash revenue or cash sales are deducting, then you will get a credit sales. Then if any sales returns are there, then you deduct, then you will get credit revenue from operations or net credit sales. Then trade receivables. I already told you trade receivables is the sum of debtors plus bills receivable. Debtors plus bills receivable is equal to trade receivables. Then how we can find out average trade receivables? Average trade receivables is equal to opening debtors plus opening bills receivable, because trade receivables is equal to debtors plus bills receivable. So debtors opening, debtors closing plus bills receivable opening and bills receivable closing. Both we are taking, divided by 2, then we will get average trade receivables. Or opening trade receivables. This debtors plus bills receivables total we call it as trade receivables. Then opening trade receivables plus closing trade receivables divided by 2 is equal to average trade receivables. So this is the basic about the theoretical part related with the trade receivables turnover ratio. Let's discuss one problem. Calculate trade receivables turnover ratio and average collection period. Net credit sales 6 lakhs. Debtors and bills receivable 60,000 and 40,000 at the year end. That means closing debtors and bills receivable. Here net credit sales directly given. That means credit revenue from operation. As per our equation, trade receivables turnover ratio is equal to credit revenue from operation or net credit sales. Net credit sales 6 lakhs divided by debtors and bills receivable, that is average trade receivables. Average means opening debtors plus opening bills receivable plus closing debtors plus closing bills receivable divided by 2, that is average trade receivables. But here debtors and bills receivable at the year end balance, closing balance only given in the question, opening not mentioned. So this value we can directly consider as average trade receivables. That means 60,000 plus 40,000. 1 lakh rupees we consider as average trade receivables, because here opening balances of this debtors and bills receivables are not given. So we can directly consider debtors and bills receivables as the average trade receivables. So 6 times. Answer 6 times. That is trade receivable turnover ratio is equal to 6 times. Then next, calculate average collection period. How we can calculate average collection period? So next we have to calculate then average collection period. Average collection period we can calculate in monthly basis or days basis. Then if you want to calculate in days basis, then average collection period is equal to 1 year 365 days. So 365 divided by trade receivables turnover ratio. Trade receivables turnover ratio. Then which ratio we got? That the 365 divided by that ratio, then we will get a average collection period in days basis. Here 365 divided by trade receivables turnover ratio in this 6 times. So divided by 6 is equal to 61 days. 61 days. Then if you want this average collection period in monthly basis, then average collection period is equal to 12 divided by trade receivables turnover ratio. 12 divided by turnover ratio. The 12 means 12 months are there in a year. So 12 divided by total trade receivables turnover ratio. So here 12 divided by trade receivables turnover ratio is equal to 6 times. So 12 divided by 6 means 2 months. So the 2 months will take to collect this trade receivables. So this is the way to calculate this trade receivables turnover ratio and average collection period. I hope you understood this calculation. I will come with more videos related with this trade receivables turnover ratio. Until then, bye.